Hello friends, how are you doing today? Okay, so today we are going to continue with the Famousity, made in Godot mobile version, basically remake from Unity desktop version, which is available on the Steam if you want to play it. And yesterday we were struggling a little bit with the inputs, and I was basically struggling with the collision, or maybe the propagation of the events. So yeah, after that I was after that I was doing some research of what's going on actually there and how to solve it. And basically the behavior is correct. So the first input event is catched in the first area hit by the raycast, so it's processed and the raycast doesn't go further. So to overcome this issue, there are multiple options to how to do it, but I was the first of the options would be to implement some global unhandled input event and handle all the inputs there and propagate it to your components based on your nodes based on some class or something like that. That would also require the raycasting. And the other one is to basically continue with what I've started and do the propagation in the specific input events. And this is actually better for this use case because I only want to propagate it in some cases, and this is the case when I'm not dragging the so let's see, I'm not dragging the my cards on the hand, and I'm just clicking on it. Like if I click, I want to play it. So as you can see, it's already working here. So I can drag it, I can click it to play, and I will show you the way how I done it. So basically we stopped somewhere here, so this wasn't here yesterday. Basically this wasn't here, and I was basically trying to figure out how to propagate the events to the bottom areas, the areas under the click position, and only in case where the cards were not dragged, so they were not processed by the local player script. So I created this a utility function here called propagate event. I'm sending a handy area, so this is basically the area which invoked this input event, so we can ignore it for the raycasting. And I'm also sending the input event. So let's see what's inside. So yeah, this is the parent area, like the area of the above area and the input event. And what I'm doing actually is I'm using raycasting. So I'm intersecting ray from 2. It's probably not in there. Yep. So from 2, I'm calculating it. This is all in the documentation how to get from and to for raycasting. So if you want to check some details, you can see there. And I'm sending exclude parameter here, which is actually our parent area. So I don't want to include it in this raycasting. So it's going to ignore it, and it will hit another one which is below it. And one more important parameter is the collide with areas, because we are using areas for collisions, so we need to set it to true. We can remove this, and in case this returns dictionary, which has some parameters we are using. The most important is for us is the collider, which is actually the area which collided with the raycast, with the ray. And so in case we have some result and the collider parent is input handler, which is actually my custom interface, which I'm implementing on the on my nodes, which should handle the input. So in such case, I will basically call the input handler with this position here. I'm using parent here because this is area, and we basically would like to structure all the nodes like they have its node with a script, and then it's there is an area under it, so we get the parent, which is the script itself. In this case, we have here is the parent is the card. So I have implemented the input handler, and I have implemented the onClick here. Basically, I just changed the method I already had here, like card click or something like that, what it was called. So yeah, so that's it, and we can use it for another inputs if we want to propagate it further. Okay. So this is it, and today I would like to do two things. I'm not sure if I will be able to do both of them. I would like to do some limiting of how much user can move the cards left and right. So in case he will move it too much to right, it should this should be the max for the right, and this should be the max for the left. So the top left and top right card should be in the center. So I would like to do this, and I would like to also do moving of the camera based on the same principle. So we will have some container here with area, and we will handle the dragging left and right to move the camera, not the cards here, but the camera in this case. So that's planned for today, and I will see how it goes if we don't stuck somewhere again. So okay, I would actually like to start with this stuff. This should be easier to implement because I already have like functions for that. What I need to do is not to move the cards, but to move. Okay, this is strange behavior here. Not to move the cards, but to move the camera here. But this is strange behavior. If I'm trying to move the cards and they are not really moving, I wonder why this could be. Okay, in this case we have. Yeah, so I think we might have the same issue here if we move the camera, because I'm doing something. Let's see. Screen to roll. Maybe this is a problem here. The set position. Screen to world, and we are using this world for what? And world position and start dark stat position, and then we are translating it to left and right. Okay, so that's actually I need to figure out what is happening. I believe it does have something to do with this transformation here. Hand transform origin Z. This should be the same. Even if I move the camera to the left or right, how does it behave here? So this is correct. So it might have something to do with the. Oh yeah, with the rotation. See, I'm moving it upside down, and I'm moving it up and down, and it's moving left and right. So okay, and that's because. I haven't actually used JDScript yet. I used C# in Unity, And yeah, I found it I'm a little bit more efficient actually in the C sharp, and I don't really want to learn another language, so maybe that's the reason why I'm using C sharp. I was actually waiting until until Godot releases a version which is pretty solid with C sharp, and I think they are there. I don't really have any problems with that, and I don't really see why the engines have such a why they're so eager to create their own script, and then after that they are actually trying to use some common language. So yeah. Do you use Godot as well? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe that's same as me. I'm still learning actually, so yeah, I made one project. I started to do one project in Godot, like it was maybe 1 year ago when the C sharp was released, the version with C sharp was released. But then I had quite a long break, and I would like to start digging into it quite extensively with this project here. So yeah, I'm still in the learning process here. So that's why I'm sometimes struggling in here to find out some issues. Okay, so yeah, that's another issue we need to figure out, and I think this one is related to okay, so in this case it's not but I'm still moving it like X and Y. Yes, but it's not X and Y in world position, it's X and Y in mouse position. So in case I change into screen to world, I'm actually changing it to the world position, and in such case I need to take into account that I'm moving it. Yeah, but actually I'm using the local transformation here of the hand, and local transformation of hand doesn't care really what is the rotation, because I'm not rotating the hand, I'm rotating the camera. So this shouldn't really matter, or should it? New position, screen to world, position. Okay, and if I do okay, so this might be problematic. Get camera project position, because this is actually probably rotated because of the camera. Wait. Okay, I actually don't want to lose time with it. I will do it off stream. I don't want to spend time just trying to figure out what the problem is, because I'm not really sure, but I think it's this method here and the camera rotation, and I have to take into account the camera rotation somehow in here, so I might think about it later. Okay, so what I would like to focus right now is to move the table cards here. So, and the question is, where do I put the area for that? So we already have, yeah, we need to do it also for local player and opponent players. So we already have local player on hand input event. I think I will do it also in here. And we need to actually add an area here. Oh yeah, and that's the issue here, but because I can't really, I actually can do it here. Yeah, I cannot do it under the table because table is card container and it should contain only cards. So I need to do it here. But it's a similar thing I had for the local player hand, so I had to put it on the same level as this one. So this will be called table area. Oops. Actually, yeah, we'll need to move it for all the cards here. But why is it not? I thought I moved it for each of the table here, but it's done separately in here. Yeah. Okay, that's not a big issue. Okay, so we have a table area. We need to add a collision shape, and we also want to use box shape here, which we will adjust. Book. Let me just put one card here. Oh. Okay, one more thing here. Do I have some rotation here? I do, minus 90. So it's placed like this, okay. So let me adjust it to the size of the cards and make it a little bit wider. Actually quite wider. And that should be enough. And we need to save it. We need to... Oh, wait. We didn't want to save this one. Oops, I want to save this one. Table area, yeah. And I want to adjust the position here for each of those. So let's start with the left one. How do I do it? Do I have to do it from here? I cannot do it from here. I can. Book. Okay, somewhere here. And a little bit to the top. So it's above the table cards, actually. And we want to make it a little bit narrower. Doesn't have to be so wide. After all. Okay. It's still too wide, but it doesn't really matter right now. It doesn't really matter actually. If it's not colliding with any other areas. It will actually collide with the on the corners, so I might need to figure out the way how to do that. And actually we want to do another thing here. We want to do only the moving of the camera when we are focused on these table cards. So we need to think about that as well. Okay, first of all, let me just do the similar thing like we do have here. So that's table, cards, actually table area. And this is on the player, so it's table area. Create parameter and contain methods. Okay, and we need to do actually the similar thing here. Okay, hand is draggable, so we need to find out when it's actually draggable. And yeah, I'm just thinking that if it's not draggable, we should probably propagate the. We should probably propagate the event here. So let's move this one. Well, it's not an issue with the local player hand, so. Oops, my stream crashed. We don't need to do it here, but we will need to do it here, probably. I'm not sure if I want to be able to. Yeah, I actually want to, because we do have like we have to. Yeah, this look at table card is basically invoked on the card, so yep, we want to have it here for sure. So now let me put this here, and this is actually the table. This is the table. If it's not draggable, we don't do only return, but we need to propagate the event with the table area. Okay, do we have to do something like that here as well? Dragging, okay, we will do. So we will have something similar here as well. But it's not ever used, oh, really? Actually, I don't need this one, because I'm using this event screen drag, so it's definitely dragging in this case. Yeah, okay. That cleans up the code a little bit. Okay, but I do need to drag, because I want to be able to click on the card as well here. So okay, we might want to put it here. We don't need this, and we need drag position as well. And we need to figure out if it should be the vector 2D or vector 3D, basically, because of the issue we have with moving when the camera rotation is different than 0. But that's something we need to figure out later. well, not later, but I probably will need to figure out it during this implementation, because I believe that this will have the same issue. Okay. Drag new position, screen to world. So this is the same. We probably can do some extraction here, but for now I will just leave it. And yeah, actually, wait. So what's this world position? So it should be the position of what? I'm using the I'm using the container. So in this case it should be table, yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm just thinking if it should be the table or maybe the camera. No, it should be the table. It actually should be the table area, shouldn't it? Because doesn't really matter, it doesn't really make such a difference here, but it should be table area as well as it should be table hand area here. Right below. Okay, dokie. So, next step. That's clear. Yep. So we are here in the dragging. New position, so this should be the same. And we want to move camera. By the drag position. Yes. And yeah, actually I don't understand the issue, because really this is local transform. So in case we are moving it left to right, it should be moving left to right. Okay, but yeah, but the problem issue it is moving left to right. It's okay, yeah, this is fine, but it's moving based on the up and down, so y-axis. But why is that? Is it like is because this one? This is position on screen. That's clear. If we change it to world position. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the issue here, because it's quite relevant for this implementation. But okay, let's try it. Try it in here. I didn't actually connect. Oh, yeah, I connected it yet. Okay. And actually, one more thing here. I want to make sure that it's draggable. So, how to make it draggable based on the camera position? Camera manager. Look at table card. So, okay, yeah, table cards container. Okay. The problem is that I will round container. Yeah, so I was saying yesterday that I will need to have some property here called drag active or something like that. But I'm just thinking what's the best name for it actually. I don't think that's too bad. But in such case I will need to also store it in here, like as the last container, and in the reset view I will need to, or in other lookats, I will need to do resetting of it. So is there any other way? How can I do that? Maybe I can have a state here. I think that might be better, because it's like this. It's state of the camera manager, and it's isolated here, so this camera manager doesn't really have to know anything about the dragging active and stuff like that. So yeah. So let's put it some enum here called camera state, and we will have actually even that's not true. Maybe I can, yeah, I think the best way would be to have something like card container, focused container here. And I will set it here, focused container, roundcut container. This will be null, and this will be table card container. So I am able to find the currently focused container here, and I can check it in here. So in case, I'm sorry, card placement is local player table and opponent player table. Then we will return only in case that camera manager focus container equals this one. So only then we are able to drag inside of this container, or not inside, but drag camera. Okay, let's go back to local player. And you know, local player, abstract player, table input event, table is draggable. Okay, so this is clear. Only in such case we can handle the input event. There might be some issues with the button. But actually that's not an issue. Okay, I'm just thinking ahead that in case you are dragging and you will finish on the reset button, it will invoke. It probably will invoke the reset action. And I'm not even sure if I can like get the mouse there. I can get the mouse there. It should invoke the reset event, and this won't reset. That's not an issue. Okay. Let me play it. Book. Oh, something is moving. Yeah. So same issue here. Like I'm moving it up and right, and I'm also moving my cards because the input is. But this shouldn't happen actually, because I'm not dragging it. Yeah. So this is why it's good to have the dragging here. So I wasn't really using it, but I should have been, and this wouldn't happen. So dragging. So we know that we are actually dragging inside of this container here. Drag false, dragging through. But in this case we might have an issue if we like do the reset view, because this won't be invoked because of this. It's returning from here. Okay, we can try it, but yeah, this might be a bug. But does it really? It doesn't really affect it too much, so yeah, it's not such an issue. Okay, this should be false, and I will need to, if dragging, so if we are dragging in this container, oops, dragging, and input event, okay, direct through, drag position, fine. We do need to do same thing in the abstract. Dragging through, and dragging false here. And I wanted to do one more thing here. Which one? Or maybe not. Okay, let's try it now. Okay, so yeah, we still have an issue with up and down. So we need to fix that. Is it my turn? Okay, let's try now. I cannot really move it right now, so wait, dragging through if it's pressed, dragging false if it's not pressed. The table is draggable. Okay, so this one is working, the other one is not. Okay, and we are not dragging the hand cards in this case, that's fine, that's expected. So yeah, we need to figure out how to fix this bug, and I'm not sure why this container doesn't work. Oh, yeah, I know why, because I didn't actually set the area here. Well, I set it, but I didn't move it to the proper location. Yeah, so we can do it for all the other players, so we can have it properly reacting. Okay, a little bit up. The same for the front player. And same for the right player. I might want to unify the y-axis of that, of all those. So let me check the one of those which is not too high, because this one is quite high. Actually, it doesn't matter if it's too high. It should be in the front of the other card, so it's better to have it higher than lower, because it might cause the issue we experienced yesterday with sometimes calling the cards event and sometimes calling the area input event. So which one is it? This one. Okay. Transform. Is it the y? 0.25. It's gonna be the value. And we actually want to do it for all the table areas. 0.25. Cool. Okay. Let me play music. And now we can test it even for the other table cards. Book. Try this one. So I'm experiencing another issue here, which is related to the incorrect Z position, because it's not Z, it's actually, in this case it should be Y. Oh, so that's probably the issue here. Okay. Okay, I think I understand why is it happening. But this is behaving strangely, like right now. Is it because I changed what? I changed the... Yeah, that's the issue here. Or is it? Okay, so what I changed was the y-axis. I didn't change the z-axis, right? Or did I? No, I didn't. Which one is it? Left one. Y. So let's move it a little bit lower. Let's try it now. No, it's the same issue. But why is it happening? Why is it behaving differently than before? I only moved the y-axis. So did I just have like the perfect value there, which was moving it correctly? And now it's... Oh, I'm silly. Yeah, I need to move it up and right here. I'm idiot. Okay. Yeah, so that's the issue. But for this one, I know what the issue here is actually, and this might be... Oops. Oop, calm, chill out, man. Oop, oop. Wait a second. Well, this actually looks like... Yeah, this actually looks like a different issue. Like if I... No, it's the same issue. It's the issue with incorrectly calculated the drag start position. Okay, and now the struggle begins. And now I need to figure out what's the correct value for this one, or if there is any other way how to do it properly. Because basically what I need to have here is the world position, world difference between two positions. Okay, so world difference or world distance, or distance in the world from to position on a screen. So if we have one point here, the second one here, zero max. So in this case it would be this position. Or the other thing I could do here is to actually, wait a second, it might not be the origin, I might use the basis, right? So what basis is? Basis vectors and is responsible for rotation as scale. Okay, so this should already take into account the rotation. Wait. Okay, so if I understand the basis correctly, I should be able to use basis for exactly what I want to have it here. Another thing is to just use 0. Would this work? Okay, I won't try it. I have a feeling this might work, but I'm not sure, because if this would work, then I could basically do like difference between two positions and then screen it to world. Project it to world position. It would be the same, so I'm not really sure. This is not working at all. Of course it's not, because the 0 point is 0 point of the camera, well, the distance. And okay, I understand. Yeah, so we cannot do like difference between two positions and then use the screen to world, because basically this is the ray from the center of the screen to here. This is the ray from the camera to this point here on the table. But if I use the 0 distance, then the point stays here at the center of the camera, because that's the distance from the camera. 0. It's not like the distance on the table. So even this point would be moved here. Okay, so that's clear. Okay, that's clear. Let's try the basis, and I will actually check the documentation as well for this one, because I'm not really sure if what I use should use here for the first parameter. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so it's still up and down. So do we need to use X because we are moving like left and right from this one, right? Yeah, I think this should be the one. And if this is correct, I understand the basis. If not, then I will need to go to the documentation and see. Well, if it's not working, I'm not sure if I can use basis at all. Okay, so it's not moving at all right now. Not even for this one. I changed it for both, that's fine. Okay, let me check the documentation actually. So, basis. This is the one I'm looking for. Wait. Okay. Just I want to start from the beginning actually. So if this is really an issue, so I'm not barking at the wrong tree here. We have a position on screen. Now we want to find out what's the screen to world position. And I'm taking the table area. I'm taking the position. Get camera project position. So I'm taking the screen position that maps to the given 2D coordinate in a viewport rectangle on a plane that is the given z depth distance into the scene away from the camera. So basically, oh yeah, I know what's going on here. It was working for the local player hand. It was working because the local player hand is basically child of the camera, so I can use the z-axis of this one. But in case of the table area, I'm trying to use z-axis from the transformation here, but that's not correct because I need to basically use what? In this case, I will need to use. Okay, let me just do a little experiment if this actually fixes the problem with moving left and right. So for the left card, left table, we will need to get the which one is bigger? I'm just thinking. Yeah, I know that it's okay. So we need to have camera, get the translation and Y minus table area global transform origin Y. So this is the distance between camera and the global transform origin. Right? This is the distance. And if this is working, yeah, restart. I'm still not sure actually, because it only affects the how much we are moving. It shouldn't affect the. Actually, it should be working. It could be this one, this problem. Okay, let me try. So we are okay. So for the left and the right player. Actually, this should work on the all players, not only for the left and right. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Yeah, but it's gonna be the same here. The same issue. Let me check. I want to have someone winning the left and right. No, it's gonna be the same issue. Yes, because new position shouldn't be based on X, and the difference shouldn't be based on X. It should be based on the Z. Of course, that's the issue. But it really means actually that this didn't have any effect. And actually this will be working for... No, it does have effect, because I still need to fix it for the front end. Yes, front end my local player. Let me see. Yeah, and okay, so we are getting somewhere. So this is fine actually, but the problem here is that the new position is not correct. It's still not really what I want it to be, because it's like it's summing it up. Oop. Or is it? Yeah. Yes, and this won't be working for this one. This will be also issue here. So we need to somehow differentiate as well here. I know how. Actually, we need to use vector left. Why did I think about it yesterday? So we are moving left and right by this distance, and we actually need to figure out what's the proper distance here. So that's another issue, but this should actually work for all the containers. I'm moving camera left. Oh, yeah, it's still based on the Z phi, so it doesn't really matter. I'm moving it left and right. I was moving it also left and right, but I need to figure out if I should use the Y or Z here. I mean X or Z in this case. So yeah, this didn't do any difference. Uh, mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Actually, we might. Wait, why do I? Can I just use the distance here? Like dot? Dot is distance, right? Of the vector. Okay, wait, I need to... Wait. Distance to other vector. This might work. No, the distance will be... Yeah, so this will be based... It won't work because basically I'm moving it also up and right. So the distance is the whole movement. It will be working in some way, but we still have the issue. Huh? Hey, wait. And distance is also always the positive value, so I'm never moving it right in this case. And okay, so one more time. How do we... Okay, maybe if we just start with this one here, and we might want to... Do we need to rotate it in the camera? No. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So we have two problems here. Like the distance is not correct, even if we use the correct pairs, either Z or X. That's the first issue, and that should be issue of this probably Z, but it's not Z. I am sure that Z is now correct. So it's the... Yeah, we can use like global transform and origin to be sure that we are using the distance. Actually, we can actually use this distance here. Distance to origin. So this is distance to... But it doesn't really make any difference, does it? But, okay. So this would work if the... let's see. Actually, this is working. If it is flickering for some reason, but the movement. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. It's not. Why is it flickering so hard? Let me just use global transform here. I don't think this will make the difference, but well, okay, at least we are getting somewhere, because it looks better. No, it's not right now. So it's not better for this one, but it was better for this one. Okay. Okay. That's strange. Do I have different values for the... Why did I use origin? I'm so silly. Why did I use this distance here? I cannot do this distance. I have to use the y-axis and divide it. I mean subtract it. I cannot do this distance because distance is a little bit bigger. Wait. No. Yes. Okay, I actually wonder what's going to happen here. What? Too many parentheses here. Okay. Yeah, so it's the same effect. It is flickering and... Okay, let me just check the difference between the left one and the right. If we do have some different values for Y. Yes, so I moved this one quite high. And this one is still on 0.25. So let me move this one to 1.3. Okay, so this is the same issue here. It doesn't make sense if we like use this. No, it's the same. But why is it different for the left layer? I'm using Y, right? This is fine, okay. That's strange. They're pretty much on the same position, but okay, on the same position from the center of the from the x-axis, right? This one is well, they are not actually, because oh. E. this is a little bit different, but it might help. Get mouse position. We do have that. And they're using raycasting for the from 2, and they're using the direct space instance array. So that's just the object. True. Okay. So it doesn't say anything about the dragging here. And if we have a look at the draggable, okay, hovered current emit signal drag start, that's fine. And what's the drag move? Okay, so this one is on hover, so it's called, it was called from the controller, right? Self and cast. Plugin, this one. Drag move signal, okay. There's a raycasting moves. What is it sending as a parameters? Like how can I even update it if I don't get the position? Am I missing something here? Wait, it was in a container. On hovercast. Okay. Yeah. Wait. So it's sending the so it's sending the whole raycast result. Mouse self and cast, yeah. So you can get the position from there and update it accordingly. No, but that's not what we actually want. Or is it? It actually might be. Because we are struggling with getting the correct position of the move cursor. So wait a second. I want to check one more thing here. So Godot. Godot, what I'm looking for? I'm looking for raycasting. And I'm looking for this object here. So this is the result of raycasting here. And we get a position, and it's a vector position, normal, vector 2D. Wait a second, I do have a 3D position here, don't I? I'm not using it, but I might be. This one, click position. What's this? Is it the current position on the area? If it is, I don't have to do the screen to world. It actually might be. Yeah, but it's not changing when I'm dragging, so that's an issue. Oh wait. It might be changing. Oh, it is changing. Okay. Okay, so let's try to use this one as a word position here. So world position. Let's not use this one. New position, screen to world. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, wait, this... It's actually the same as before. And this is flickering. Okay, so actually this means that we already get the same position from the screen to world. So I can... I should be able to use this position here. But we do have some other problem there. Which I'm not sure what it is. Shape index. We would also have a click normal here. Yeah, I'm also thinking that this click normal could be used for this from too. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Right. Okay. Yeah, so basically we don't have to... Yeah, okay. So, what's the problem here? And why is it behaving differently in here? I don't get it. And it's actually working quite good in here if we move it to up and right. And let me just try one more thing here. We don't have any scaling there, so it couldn't be scale issue. And I want to actually try to use X for the front player if the movement is correct there. Oh. What? What? Didn't it compile or what? What's going on? Bum 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 bum. Yep. So it is flickering quite badly, but the movement is not correct. Okay, so this flickering and the movement might be related. So now it's quite good. It's not like flickering, and it's not. And the movement seems to be pretty accurate, actually. So, is it problem that camera doesn't really like to be moved in such a way? I don't think it is, like it's Note anyway, so who cares, but maybe it is a special Note. Cameras up in the USB port Note, yes, and one on the other. Global viewport, yeah, okay, so that's clear. That's not an issue here. Keep aspect, nothing. Doppler tracking, okay, so that's only for the audio. Let me check if the camera has some special projection. That's fine. Nope. And in the camera manager, interpolating transform property here. Well, I might use this, but that doesn't really help, because I would expect it to behave like this if I actually use this one, because there is some tween and it's moving. So I will understand, but in this case I don't really understand. Okay, so let's try it actually. So let's see what happens. I know I'm experimenting too much, but sometimes it's better to experiment and figure out. Well, it's in my case, it's I like it more. I feel like I'm learning some other stuff as well when I'm experimenting. Not the issue itself, but stuff around it. So, yep, let's play. So what would we actually change here? We use the transition camera, so it should be using the tweening here for the movement. So let's see. So now it's not working at all. Yeah, it is working. It is just very slight. And that actually means something here, right? Oh, up, down. Wait, I wanted to check this one. Okay, so it's not flickering, so that fixes the issue, but the problem is that we still don't have the correct movement here. I wonder if I shouldn't be using I should be transition duration, and we want to use the duration here. I'm just thinking if it's not the problem that I'm well, if the problem is that I'm trying to move the camera, I mean zero, in input method, and Godot doesn't probably like that, because I know that I shouldn't basically use the raycasting here and stuff like that, because it should be used in the physics processing, so it might be the same issue. So this is working perfectly, but the problem is that I'm not moving camera here, I'm moving the container. So when I move the camera, so I experience the flickering here, and the movement is still not accurate based on the mouse position. Zero one. Let me just put okay, so this is actually my last try. If this is not going to be working, or if I don't really get anywhere from here, well, I won't, because I still didn't figure out why it's like not the exact position. It's still flickering, so it's like moving back, but it shouldn't be the case. It should be okay. Yeah. So again, we didn't really move as much as I would like to. So this is okay. So that means that it's not based on the. It's not the problem of the camera. It's problem of the. Of the what? What could be the problem here? Why is this working based on the y-axis in here? Okay, I need some time to think about it. I will definitely figure it out, but I'm not sure. So if you're interested, what's the problem here is, I'm gonna be back on Monday. I got a break on weekend, and yes, and as well, again, as usual, I'm going to summarize at the start of the stream. I'm gonna definitely figure out what the problem is for this one, and thanks for watching today. I hope you learned something. I did learn something, and as I said, I will be back on Monday, same time, so that's 9 p.m. Central European time, and that's it, guys. Thank you, and have a good time. Bye bye.